Okay, let's give it a moment and see if you guys are actually able to hear me now. We'll know in a moment. I assume you guys should be able to now, but just give it a second. See what Genix is up to in the meantime. And I copy blog, but Pwn doesn't believe me. To be fair, nobody ever believes you when you copy a blog. I don't know why, they just don't. Okay, let's give it a moment. Also, let's go ahead and invite these two guys. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the actual issue is while I wait for people to come in. You were able to fix and rewrite for that time it took you. Wouldn't be the first case. Is he trying to argue that they edited the page? I don't know. If anyone's joined yet, it doesn't look like anyone's joined. Once we get a couple people, we'll jump into Rated and get some testing going. I mean, BA isn't bad. I wouldn't call it the best deck, but it's not really the... Like, it's not bad, but it's far from the best deck just because, you know, Danger FTK exists, Trick Stars, even Invoke kind of gives them a hard time just because a Mechaba can really mess up their strategies if they don't have the ability to chain block it. So what kind of matchup is this anyway? It looks like it's Gravekeepers versus Nurseburn, if I had to guess. Looks like the Nurseburn player is probably about to die just because they don't really have a whole lot of resources left, and Nurseburn isn't really that good at top decking unless they like top deck a Paw Desires into a card and a Might or something like that. Which I guess any deck that runs card and Might can technically top deck pretty well, but I don't know. I don't really consider it to be a top decking deck just because you're relying on one or two unsearchable cards that you run 2 to 3 copies of both of them, but it's still kind of just an iffy thing to rely on. Interestingly, he's only gone down to 4,000. Usually, if you have a lot of cards in the graveyard, you usually like set 5 and then burn them to death during your standby phase, but I guess Dark Prince didn't get a very good opening hand or something like that. No one's even in the stream. Okay, so it looks like it's just an issue of confirming cards. Let me go ahead and quickly check my Discord and see if anyone's actually joined. No, we'll give it like maybe 20, 30 minutes, and we don't really get anybody going, then I'll just end the stream and go back to testing these alone. Just me live streaming. Ideally, I need sand. Helps keeping my sanity with the LRDs. Most of them don't know basic rulings or just flat out misplay. Like, I'm not even joking. I had a duel like I think it was yesterday. I was playing Great Old Kaiju against an Exodia player that... Let me try to remember what they did. I think they were playing like Chain Draw Exodia, but like they weren't playing any of the good chaining traps. They were just running things like the Thong of Destiny, or I forget the name, but whenever your opponent like declares a direct attack, negate the attack, draw a card, and then if it's a monster, you can like normal summon it or something like that. Just really weird cards like that. I don't know why. Like, if anyone knows why, let me know. And again, nobody was there, so I guess they wouldn't really know. I gotta go ahead and put it in this chat as well, see if anyone wants to join. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the chat and see if anyone's actually joined in it yet. What deck you playing? Playing obscure and garbage cards can be a part of the charm. I mean, I suppose that is kind of true. I mean, I like playing Phantom Beasts, and let's be honest here, Phantom Beasts have not gotten any support since when did we get that Mecha? Not the Mecha Phantom Beast, the original Phantom Beast archetype. I think sometime in GX, like I think we got it like in like, I don't know, like Cyberdark Impact or something like that. No, I don't think it came in Cyberdark Impact. Cyberdark Impact didn't give us any decent standalone cards outside of like Instant Fusion, I think. I don't know. Like I can't think of when they came out. I know it was sometime in GX. I'm just not sure when. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go to my decks so I can show you some of the decks that I'm playtesting. Once I get like a month or so's worth of replays up, I'm gonna start uploading to the new channel. So this way I don't have to like rush myself. Because trust me when I say this, it is really hard to get good replays going. This is a deck somebody sent to me. It's a Blackwing deck. Like, I think I understand the idea of it. I just don't know how I'm gonna edit this deck, because I am not playing Triple Desires. That much I am 100% certain of. Like, I'm trying to get over my problems with Desires, but it's hard to get over your problems with Desires when the first time you played this deck, I managed all 3 copies of this guy right here. I don't think I need to explain why that's a problem, do I? Anyway, I'm playtesting. Where is it? I'm gonna be playtesting decks like this one right here, which is an insect deck. Basically, just standard insect shenanigans. I'm also running a 2-card Thunder Dragon engine, so that if I go first, I have the potential to just end on a Thunder Dragon. Is it Colossus or Titan? Colossus over there. As well as, you know, any other shenanigans I can do, because generally my turn 1 is pretty mediocre if I'm forced to go first, but this gives me an option to at the very least have something if I go first. Just a nice little tech I have there. Where is it? I have Lost World Dinosaurs, which I'll probably test a couple times on the stream. Nothing really too fancy here. Might test out Crawlers. Here's the deck list as it is right now. Got Great Kaiju, which is actually a deck I'm hoping I get all the replays for first. I actually was trying to get a Prank Kids deck up and running, but the problem isn't that I can't build them. My problem is that my short-term memory loss. I can't remember the combos, so I can't really play them right now. I need to like find a written down version of the combos so that I can actually, you know, get them. I can play them long enough for me to actually get them ingrained into memory. It looks like John's the only person who's actually here. I mean, see if we can get one more person before I start dueling, just because knowing my luck, the first person I play is going to be playing either like the Dark World FTK, which most decks can't really beat, and if they're not, they're probably playing some Table 500 deck, which is like 50 copies of a normal monster, like one Heart of the Underdog or something like that. I've actually, not even joking, I actually played that earlier, so I'm not making this up. I actually played a Horror the Underdog deck with 50 cards and like 1 or 2 copies of Horror the Underdog in it. Okay, let's see what else I have on here. I have this thing which I net decked off of Deary Doll. Is this the one? Yeah, that net decked off of Deary Doll. I'm just trying to convert it into a TCG list. Also, their list is like really awkward for obvious reasons. Like, first off, I can't play Needle Fiber, so that's gonna get out of there. Once I drop Needle Fiber, like I'm pretty sure this goes. Distrito might go. I mean, Distrito actually does have some merit without Needle Fiber, so I don't know. I'll worry about it later when I'm done converting the deck. I also have a ninja deck over here, which I haven't quite gotten up to snuff just because I'm not that good with ninjas at the moment. Well, I'll worry about if I'm going to keep it or not later. I have to actually get a working deck list before I worry about if I'm going to keep a certain card or not, you know? Anyway, we have 2 people in the voice. I mean, not in the voice. I'm the only person here. We have 2 people in the thing. So you guys tell me which of the decks you see on screen now you want me to which of the decks you want me to play, and that's fair. I mean, I can try talking to you about Duel Links, but I'll be 100% honest. I don't play Duel Links, so don't expect me to know half of what I'm talking about. And mainly the reason I don't play it is because I'm not one of those people that can like find enjoyment in grinding through decks. Like I need to have at least some basis of a deck to work with. So unless they add in like a structure deck that gives you something to work with, I probably won't ever play Duel Links. Just like, for example, I hated this game until about the 5Ds era, so a slow, grindy deck like that just isn't going to be very fun to me. Great Keepers it is. Get it? This... Okay, let me see if I can figure it out. Why am I siding Called by the Grave? I feel like I should be main decking it. Then again, I mean, the only hand trap I have to worry about really is Ash Blossom, because Ghost Dugger's not going to hit a whole lot. I don't add a lot for Droll to hurt me. Effect failures, I mean, it's going to hurt, but it's not that many targets for me to really care about. Do I want to add Call by the Grave? Let me think. Do I want to add Call by the Grave? Because I just realized this, but why the heck am I running Gravekeeper's Heretic? I mean, yeah, it's an 1800 monster that can't really be affected by anything, but why wouldn't I want a Gravekeeper Spy? It kind of just feels like it... Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, Call by the Grave is kind of a problem with Necro Valley, isn't it? Yeah, good point there. I'm going to remove this Heretic for a Gravekeeper's Spy because, frankly, I don't think Gravekeeper's Heretic is worth really running in a Gravekeeper deck just because, one, it comes out at 1800, and it can't be boosted by anything if you have Necro Valley on the field. So it basically just sits there as an 1800 body that, I don't know, like, screws over the Altergeist matchup or something. Actually, would Altergeist even have a problem with that card? They can't bounce it with Sequel or remove it with Miloseek, but I feel like they would just link summon into whatever whatever the 1500 attack point thing that negates spells and traps are. I feel like that would probably be what their answer is. I don't even think that's necessarily a good thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I keep Heretic or should I remove it for a Gravekeeper Spy? Yeah, Hextia. I couldn't remember the name of it off my head. Anyway, pick. Do you want me to run Spy or do you want me to put the Heretic back in? Spy it is. 1 second, I got a PM from Alan. Fine. Give me a second. I gotta add the spy and then I gotta go and stuff Alan into my friends list. By the way, join the stream. Anyway, let me think if there's anything else I want to do before I go into raid it, since I have a very, very good suspicion we are going to get our butts kicked with Gravekeepers, but we're not going to talk about that until it actually happens. Also, I have a feeling that maybe I shouldn't be running free Imperial Tombs of Necro Valley, as yeah, it's an extremely powerful card, but how often am I going to have a Gravekeeper and a Necro Valley? I mean, pretty often, but isn't it kind of a little bit situational be running three of? What do you guys think? No comment there. Okay, where the heck are my friends? I feel like the friend requests are somewhere. Here they are. Anyway, accept friends requests, follow, and then block. I'm actually tempted to block just because of this right here. Nobody likes the Dark Kings. But I'm not going to do that, obviously. And we have Yusei over here. Now let's go get our butts kicked and raid it. Also, I just realized, where's the guild format, traditional? Okay, so they moved traditional over here when I gave the custom cards. Okay. Now let's go into raid it and let's see what the heck happens. I mean, I'm fairly certain it's going to be us getting our butts handed to us, but we'll talk about that when it happens. Then again, I fought a cubic deck that ran no extra deck and also ran nothing but trap cards and 3 copies of each of the cubic monsters. So I don't know what to think about right now. But the good news is Necro Valley does kind of kill the FTK, so that's good. Oh god, we're dueling Monkey. I actually know this guy. I don't know if he's gonna realize this is Lex the Queen, but we'll talk about that later. Cubes! Yeah, good idea there. Okay, we get to go first. So if we can ideally end on, like, let me think. What are we gonna? I don't know what we're gonna do in this deck. Like, I built this deck a while back. I just haven't fully updated it yet. It's actually a pretty decent hand right here. We'll start with this to see if we can fade out a Ash Blossom. I mean, if they have Ash Blossom, it's gonna hurt a lot, but it's better than getting the Searcher for anything ashed. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll search. Necro Valley, Necro Valley. There it is. Okay, now we just use this in order to add a Gravekeeper from our deck to our hand. Are you gonna ash that, or do you just not have anything, or you just AFK? My lucky's probably AFK. Hopefully not, but it has happened a couple times. Okay, so what do I want to add? Because I gotta get something that I can keep face up on the field. I guess we'll just add this guy, because when he's sent to the graveyard, we get a search. So we'll just normal summon and set everything and just see if he's going to, one sec, and to move that to the zone beside it. I didn't realize that I turned that off. And now we just have to see what he has. Hopefully he doesn't have a evenly matched, but if he does, we do have the Imperial Tomb, so he basically just gives up his battle phase to do nothing. Oh, I'm aware that he's a troll, you say. The thing is, though, I am also a judge, so if he tries to troll me, I'll know what shenanigans he's up to do. I mean, I'm not a dueling book judge. I'm just a judge in real life. And you say he's fairly accurate on what he's saying. Also, I also happen to know that he often plays the Dark World FTK. So if he's playing that, I actually can just win this particular matchup because Necro Valley stops the loop. Actually, does it stop the loop? I know it used to before the errata, but with the current errata, I'm not 100% sure. Okay, a Solemn Strike is not really what I want to see right now because he seems to be playing a trap-heavy deck, but it's whatever. We'll just attack him directly for 1700 and see what happens. What does this thing do? 1900 can't be destroyed by battle. Annoying, but I'll just let that go through because I don't really want to waste my resources negating that. Now, if he tries to summon the one that pops every time a trap monster is is summoned, then I have to negate something, but for now, I think we're okay. Okay, so it looks like he's actually playing a trap monster deck, which is actually a little bit of a problem because, I mean, he doesn't really use his graveyard all that much, so Necro Valley is basically just there to get my monsters an attack boost. Shame he did that on attack declaration. If he didn't, I could have just put Recruiter into defense mode, but it's whatever, it happens. Okay, let's see what the chat is talking about. Judge! We don't need a judge yet. Gotcha. Also, this is Pot of Cupidity. Also, nice to see a pot of Cupidity. Also, it is freezing cold up here. Okay, I'll let that go through. Let's see what deck he's running. Tiki Soul, special summon this card, blah, blah, blah. Okay, just sets him to the graveyard. Okay, Paw Desire. Then I think I'm probably going to negate that just because I don't want to give him more cards to work with. Then again, if he has that trap monster, it could be a big problem. Yeah, I'm just gonna negate it. I just remember trap monsters are treated as effect monsters, so I can actually Solemn Strike the effects. So that's good. And before he has like Wiretap face down or something like that. Okay, good. He didn't have Wiretap. Well, let's see what else they're talking about. Shh. I mean, how about you? Shh. Okay, let's see if he has any way to stop me, like a Solemn Strike. Have anything? No, you don't. Okay. I know exactly what I'm going to add. We're going to add this guy right here. But yeah, we actually are in a little bit of trouble here just because trap monsters can be annoying for this deck. Also, this is actually not a bad card to top deck into right now. Okay, so I could perform a fusion summon right here, but what if he has an answer to it face down? I checked. Is the Great Keeper immune to like card destruction or something like that? This card and any card on okay, it can't be destroyed by card effects. It might actually be worth doing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and search. We'll search out the one that performs a fusion summon, then we'll just fusion summon in case he has something to blow up monsters face down. Okay, sorry about that. I was just deep in thoughts. Let's see if he's got a response to my fusion summon there. Okay, well that kind of sucks. Okay, we'll just have to end our turn. Next turn, we'll use headman over here. Oh man, Solemn Striker, how I wished you could stop a trap effect. And this thing's got 1,000 attack, so I only take 2,900 as of right now, which is not, it's not fatal, so that's the only important thing right now. Ooh, Commandment, that's not bad. I mean, it means that I can search out another Necro Valley if I have to. Now let's see if I can get that search going. I swear, if he has another... oh man. I think I'm gonna lose this game, everybody. Like, I just can't get any of my effects off. This is not going well. Okay, well, we have one more turn. If we can't draw into some way to get our fusion on the field, then I think we just flat out lose this game. This is not a bad effect to get. See if he has a response to it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and grab back our spiritualist and our headman. And I guess let's see if we can get that fusion off this time. Okay, he has a response to the normal summon, I guess. Please don't actually have a response. I'll be very... Okay, well that's GG because we can't do anything anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna have to side in these wiretaps. I was gonna side in the warlords because I feel like that's probably gonna help me out a lot. Side out these. I don't really need them that much. Goes in matches. Actually, trap monsters. I think most of them are like water, aren't they? I know Tiki Soul is a dark. I know that. I forget. Like, we'll just side out one of them. Side out these because I'm going to be going first. And that should be good. Let's see if we can get, if we can win game 2. Yeah, I think some of them are different attributes as well. I just can't remember off the top of my head. I just know one of them is a dark. This is not a very good going first hand against this particular deck, but we'll just go ahead and set these two for now and call it a day. I don't want to set the tome just in case he has evenly matched or if he like tries to twin twist through my back row. If he twin twists the back row, then I'll just I'll just have to keep just have to take it. I can't really do a whole lot about it. Is he gonna take his turn? I'll give him like 15 more seconds, and I'm just gonna ask if he's there. Okay, let's see if he responds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, he actually came back. Where'd you go? I actually thought he like just left me right there. Okay, so he's back. Okay, so Thunder King Ryo might actually is that a, I don't think that's a problem because all of our summons start a chain, so he can't actually stop any of our summons via Thunder King Ryo unless we decide to link summon, which I don't think I've actually done in this deck now that I think about it. Okay, this is actually not a bad top deck. Would be better, but I'll take what I can get. If he has like a solemn judgment he wants to burn here. Probably not a good idea, but I'm gonna actually do all this right now. And if he doesn't attack into my monster, he doesn't attack into my monster. I'm taking a risk versus reward here because if I summon this in attack mode, he'll just attack over it. But if I set it and he attacks into it, then my trap becomes live, my spell becomes live, and it's just a whole lot better for me. Like, set monsters have no name. Oh, I see what he's talking about. Yeah, that was my bad. I thought that it was I thought it was just like when. Okay, that's my bad. It's my own fault. I misread my hidden temple. Yeah, I thought that it said that if you control them, its effects alive, and if you don't control them, that it just doesn't do anything. That was my fault. I should have read the card better. It was thing do again. I know like gained attack points, but that could be a problem. So it's 6 times 3 is 6, 12, 1800. Okay, that's fine. It's 200. It's 200 points short of. I want to read. It's a rock type. There it is. Okay, so I've effectively locked down that particular trap zone because he's not able to set anything there. Trap monsters don't go to the graveyard if you prevent them. One sec. Like I was saying, trap monsters won't actually go to the graveyard because they're continuous trap cards. If they fail to special summon themselves, like say you chain Vanny's Emptiness, they'll just remain in the spell and trap card zone until something sends them to the graveyard. Knowing rulings is fun. It's a continuous trap card. If it was a normal trap card, it would work that way, but it's a continuous trap card, so it just sits there. Has he actually never had this happen to him? I mean, I suppose it probably doesn't happen that often, but I mean, it should have happened by now. Like, look at this guy's rating. 2500 XP and 774 rating. Like, I mean, I suppose it is believable. Like, this is kind of an obscure little area that you only really know if you know the inner workings of rulings. So I can't really blame him that much for it. Also, nobody has said anything in the group chat. I mean, in the stream. I'm very, very upset. No big. I mean, we might just have to call a judge here, which is, I mean, it's fine. Okay, so we're good now. I think that Stingray is a thunder monster, isn't it? It's either a thunder or an aqua. I don't remember off the top of my head. I guess we'll find out when he plays it, right? It's probably a thunder with my luck. I think it's like a level 5, so 5 times 3 is like 1500 or something. I don't know. I don't want to do math when in the middle of a duel, so I'll have to see what happens. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Let's see if he has a way to stop my normal summon, because he stopped like every single time I tried to do this earlier. I wonder what the odds are he's running Honest, because I mean I'm gonna summon the fusion. I have to attack over Thunder King, but and we're just gonna go ahead and wiretap that away because I don't feel like dealing with that. Okay, let's see if he has a response to the fusion summon effect. I really hope not, because that's it's already annoying I never got the fusion off in the first place. Okay, so it gains 700 plus 500 for 1200 extra attack. Also, why is Thunder King in the grave? It cannot be used to negate a fusion summon via a card effect. Oh god, this guy really does not know his rulings very well, does he? Goodness is though with it doesn't count my monsters too. It's only a monster he controls, so that's good. Otherwise I'd be dead. I forget what inherent means, but Thunder King can only negate summons that do not start a chain. My fusion summon starts a chain, thus cannot be negated by Thunder King. Like seriously, I forget what inherent summons mean just because as a judge you never really actually use that term. It's something only the players use, so I often do forget what that term actually means. Like I forget if it's the one that's do or don't start a chain, so someone can remind me what that means, let me know, but as of right now I'm just going off of the fact that I know that Thunder King can't negate anything that starts a chain. The news is we still have one judge. Not gonna tell you who the judge is, but we still have him. This game is so dead. It makes me very sad. This guy just knocked him to summon Thunder King back. Okay, he's actually typing now. There. Oh, how you never ran into this issue, I'll never know. Especially in this format, we have thunder dragons, which have a fusion spell. We have Goki, which fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to, but I kind of have to because my YouTube channel's email is an email I've had since I was 15, and try as I might, I just can't get into it most of the time. Anyway, let's see what the heck this. Okay, that's just the same one from before. May have to go get some water, but if I go down to get water and the judge pops in, I'll be so upset. Okay, be back in like 1 second, everybody. I just gotta run downstairs and grab some water. Okay, I'm back. By the way, you guys able to hear me okay? Just wondering. Let's see what the stream has said. Nobody has said anything. Ripping pepperonis. Is there anybody who's online right now? I got a few people online right now. Okay, the judge came pretty quickly, so I'm pretty happy. Also, someone please say something. I need a topic. Okay, Mama Mia Pizzeria. I mean, you're free to have a rematch after this game if you want, if you're still here. I think if there even are any fusion summons that don't start a chain that aren't contact fusions, but I just figure I throw that in there because why not? Also, I think my fusion's at 3200, right? Yeah, it's at 3200, I forgot. Write that here so I don't forget. See what else is anybody saying? Like I was saying, you can have a rematch with me after this. Okay, good. The judge answered it pretty well. I got no complaints. Also, someone remind me 3312 after this so I can give him a testimonial. And nobody's in the this stream again. Looks like nobody in the FTK group either. Oh, what you cooking then? You like cooking ramen or soup or I don't know, something? I don't suppose you can ship a couple pounds of salmon over here. Probably not, but it would be nice. Okay, now I think I should be able to go on. Da 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 da. Okay, let's see if I can get that search during the end phase. Really hope I can, or I am in big trouble. Like you can negate the effect, but you are not going to. And I guess we'll just activate this, and if he doesn't have any way to stop it, we'll just end our turn. And I think we win the game from there. Okay, he's okay. He's really slow at declaring he's thinking, but I'll let it go. We'll see if he has any way to actually remove my supernaturalist, because his deck doesn't seem like it has a good way to kill a monster that can't be destroyed by card effects, while also not being able to, special summon monsters very easily. Oh, Lost Demon's in the stream. Lost Demon, where are you? Okay, I think we're just gonna win the game from here because he's in such a huge disadvantage. If he has a way to stop the fusion effect this time, probably not, unless he top decked another Ash, which is annoying, but it would be fine because he doesn't really accomplish anything. Then we just obliterate his calculator, and from there we just slowly kill him. Yeah, I'm not going to deal with that, so no. Okay, now during the end phase, I get my search, and I think I'll just search out another Imperial Tomb. I mean, I know it's really slow, but I think this fusion is still pretty powerful for what it is. Okay, it looks like he's just admitting defeat at this point because just drawing like 50 million cards. Okay, what do I want to side in? I feel like I should side in evenly matched over. Yeah, we're gonna side in the evenly matches. And since I'm gonna be going second this time, I feel like probably siding in the pod dualities would be a good idea. Because I don't think he's gonna make me go first this time around. Also, I feel like you're probably not that good in this matchup, so we'll side you out as well. Okay, well that works out okay. He's probably gonna pick to go first this time around. I don't think he'd make me go first. Yeah, I didn't think he'd make me go first. It just doesn't make sense for him to. This is not a bad hand. I mean, it's not good, but we have the Gozen Mash, we have the Spy, so... Okay, if he takes Regeki, then our Spy is just kind of dead, but, I mean, it's whatever. He shouldn't take Regeki, because as far as he knows, that my entire... he took Regeki. I don't know why he took Regeki. I mean, nothing in my deck is really that frightening, and the only thing that is frightening, he can't actually do anything with Regeki, because... Like, how do you Regeki a monster that can't be destroyed by card effects? Okay, well, on our turn, we're just gonna have to set Spy, set the 2 trap cards, and call it a day. Also, this Brave Soul actually kept Necro Valley in against a Gravekeeper matchup. I gotta tell him that. Like, seriously, you have to be one Brave Soul to keep that card in against a Gravekeeper matchup. And since I know he's not playing Mech Knights... Ah, okay, I didn't know that was actually something you could do. It's actually pretty cool now that I'm thinking about it. See if anyone's in the stream chat. Just nope, still just on Salami. And he's probably just gonna blind Raigeki, my one monster. I don't know why he would add Raigeki if he didn't want to just use it before I can get to the fusion. Okay, he's probably not going to play Raigeki, because if he was going to play Raigeki, he would have played Raigeki, attacked me directly, and then played Karadamise during the main phase 2, unless he just wasn't thinking that far ahead. Like, that's just what I would have done anyway. I'll say this much, I wish the fusion was easier to summon. Probably going to try to activate one of his trap monsters right about now. Actually, he can't because he played Karadamise, so yeah, I'm actually perfectly safe. Can't really do anything to me. Like, yeah, you can do that, but it doesn't really hurt me anymore since you can't attack me directly. What if he remembers that Karadamise doesn't allow me to take battle damage? I probably forgot. And the stream chat is still dead. Every now and then my streams become alive and then they just die right away. Feel like I'm just talking into the microphone now, like on an extra long video or something. That's the guy that I was actually really worried about. Ooh, wiretap, that's pretty nice. Be nicer if I had a Necro Valley, but we can't always have nice things. Yeah, I guess just go for it. He has a negation, he has a negation. Can't really stop him. That's fine. This is a really weird matchup. Like, we're both really control-based decks. Like, I have Gozen face down. I don't think most of the trap monsters are light, so unless he has, like, a regular monster, he can't actually beat over anything that's 2,000 or higher. At least, in theory, anyway. Okay, so 19 and 1800. I'll just take them both, as I don't really have any way to stop them. Like, I have wiretap. That's kind of all I have, really. Okay, warlords. That's actually completely useless right now. Do I do anything? Like, nah, I'm just gonna have to set 2 and pass. I can't really do anything else right now. I probably shouldn't have set the spire right away. Like, I didn't have to do it. I probably should have just set something else and then set the spy, but live and learn. If I can top deck into another headman, I can actually possibly come back from this. As I possibly, because headman gives me a monster out of the graveyard, and if I can summon spy in defense mode, then I might be able to get away with this, but I don't know. It depends on what my opponent does. Cookie! Hmm. We just, yeah, we're just gonna chain. We're changing the Gozen max so he's not able to summon it out. That's an Aqua. Is that a water too? Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's one spell / trap zone he's not going to be able to use for the rest of the game, which is good enough. Like, does he not remember what the judge just told him? Hey, we just had a judge call, like, what, 10 minutes ago? Like, just make sure he's chaining to it. Not gonna let that go through either. Okay, well, I need to draw into something strong right now, or I'm gonna die. Okay, come on ahead, man. Now I draw Necro Valley. Just a little too late. That's fine. Sometimes that's just what happens. Anyway, let's go ahead and see where that guy is, or girl. Liza Chaos. Well, if you're there, we can do our game now. I'm just gonna quickly make a couple edits to the Gravekeeper deck. Like, I definitely could have won that. I just played it badly. Oh, I just realized these things are OCG now. Could go into the OCG pool and with them, but I really don't feel like doing that. I'm curious, what dark archetypes do we have right now? We have Luna Lights, which is they're able to summon out the Phantom Knight Link, but I'm not really sure how much I feel about it. Yeah, and the Nightmares, which is whatever. Danger, like, I don't know what to say about Danger. They're just, I mean, they're Danger. What more do you want me to say? I don't think Thunder Dragons really have the capability to summon what I want to summon, so I'm not going to attempt to. Actually, I could easily tech it in. Like, it just requires me to, like, run the Warrior engine, which, I mean, people find room for the Brilliant engine, so why the heck wouldn't I be able to find room for the Warrior engine? I don't know. I could probably do it if I felt like it. Okay, I guess this stream's kind of over then, so I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I'm gonna just continue getting my butt kicked and raided, even though that was my first defeat, but that's beside the point, so I'll talk to y'all later, and I'm signing out.